Hello, mic check. Okay. Hello, everybody. This is me, Gibbon. And in this video, I'm going to show you a live practice of meditation that I really like. And it helps me a lot in everything I can say. I truly recommend it to you. And how to say, I wanted to share a bit more of my practices because stretching is not everything. um, the thing I do the most is, of course, Lajin stretching, but from time to time I meditate, and I wanted to record my meditation just in case you want to touch to my practices, like in more spiritual level. um, if it's gonna be helpful in your sex life, to be honest, there is no way of meditation does not helping for anything. I mean, it sure will, but I truly believe that in every man, the results that you're gonna feel, that the man will feel, are very different. Could be very different. Could be enjoying it more. Could be lasting more. Could be um, having better erection and stuff. You see, but actually, we do not meditate just because of our sex life. Um, there are benefits for it, but the purpose I do it is because life is something way more deeper than focusing on our health problems. And if you regularly practice your meditation, you can forget about it and enjoy life a bit more. So let's do not waste our time anymore and start with the practice. I, of course, move the microphone a bit, and I hope that sound is good. But yes, so we start by just shaking our legs. This helps for the blood circulation. And then we are doing this thing with the ankles. This helps for the ligaments. It's good to have a blanket, if there is some wind around you, you can use it to cover yourself. And then we sit and relax a bit the upper body with these basic neck exercises. The second one is left and right. My neck, thanks God, is in very good shape right now. Um, if you remember, last week I did a live stream where I injured my neck and reduced the pain by 90% in one day, just by using PIDA for 2 hours. Then I make circles, three circles in one direction and then in the other direction. This video is not like my other live streams, because you cannot just listen to it. It's a practical video. Um, it is gonna be about 35-40 minutes long, maybe. Um, it might be even a bit longer. If it is, sorry about that. But I'm sure that if you take time doing this practice, you will feel very different. And if you are curious about your um, spiritual abilities, your spiritual development, you can give it a go for maybe 7 days in a row, or do it like 7, 8 times in a period of 10 days. And you will feel very different. Your thoughts are going to change. You're going to think about different stuff, and you will change your perspective a lot for many, many topics. Um, in So we basically what we did is connect our shoulder blades behind the backs so, like this. In our daily life, our hearts uh, get broken because so many reasons. You see, there are very bad influence from the outer world, from the advertisements, from the movies. Um, you see, there are sometimes movies that after you watch them, you feel like you your mind uh, is full of kind of garbage, of dirt. You want to clean your mind, you see, and if you feel some kind of tension inside, um, some kind of burning out, you can just do this meditation a few days. After the first day, do not expect big results. You can even get a bit more uh, angry, but at the second and third day, wow, the effect is amazing. So, the next exercise, we cross our fingers, touch the thumbs, and place them in the belly button. So, between the belly button and this bone right here that is called sternum, we just gently moving the thumbs in this area, and we are searching for a place that we are afraid to press. Okay, in some people it's a bit up, it's a bit higher, in some people it's a bit lower. It's not an anatomical structure, but once we feel it, we press and hold with eyes closed. And in this area is actually located the main point of stress in the body, according to yogic knowledge. And it is called Akitra. And the technique is called Akitra Hara, which means punctuating the Akitra. And this pain that appears, this bad feelings that appears after pressing this point will slowly and gradually transition into feeling of warmth, of some kind of pulsation behind this area. Of course, you can experience many, many different things. Um, you can experience some kind of headaches, panics, um, some numb, sore feelings in the body, many, many different things. If you had a lot of stress your previous days, this point is super painful. And the opposite, if you had a good time, relaxing, no worries, this point is even pleasant to touch. According to yogic knowledge, Akitra accumulates the waste stress in our body to not harm the other parts of the body. So this is some kind of accumulation center for the stress that is more than our body can take. So our body locks it in a kitra in order to uh, keep the stress away from vital organs in our body. So once we unblock this area, we do it fast like this, and then we move to an exercise called Chaki. Basically, we are just doing some random circles with the body. We don't count them or anything. This is a way of relaxing using the movement. And slowly but surely, we relax our body, our muscles. Two, three, four circles in one direction, and then the same thing in the other direction. So we are moving next. Actually, I made this video because one of the questions you asked, it is from our friend Hamid Man, and he asked about the spiritual side of the things. And of course, in theory, it's not the same. It's better to touch what I touch with this practice. So I decided to stream a practice because if I say something, it will be in two-dimensional, three-dimensional world that we live in. But if you meditate, if you do the same thing as me, as I'm doing, you will understand it completely. Because words are limited, especially in my case, because I'm not gifted with a ability to speak good, especially in English. So the next exercise is actually very common. It's called Nadi Shuddhana. We place the thumbs in the soft chin and then uh, in the border between the bone and the cartilage in the nose. We press one of the nostrils, breathe in, and then change the nostril and breathe out to the other nostril. Breathe in again and change and breathe out to the other nostril. And we do around 10 cycles. and the last cycle. After we finish, we place our arms in the gesture of balance in front of the rib cage. Hold the position and observing how we feel. Then after some relaxation, we just move our body a bit between the exercises. And we move to one of my personal favorites. It's the cobra breathing, uh, the second variation of cobra breathing. Actually, when we breathe in, we go like this, chin is up, and we start to breathe out right here, bending back and moving a bit front. And again, inhaling and then exhaling. We'll show you how it looks from this angle. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale and exhale. So we close our eyes and do it with rhythm. Be prepared that we're gonna perform this exercise for a long time. It is super pleasant. And it makes our brain produce a lot of good neurotransmitters of feeling good. They also decrease pain, both physical and emotional. At some point, you can feel that your eyes turn upwards. This is completely normal because your brain is producing a lot of serotonin. A few more rounds. And once we are ready, we just sit and observe. It's like we don't have the urge to breathe. Our blood is filled with oxygen right now because of the slow breathing. The adrenaline is reduced because it's incompatible with the high oxygen levels in the blood. Of course, if you have some questions, you can ask them at the end of the meditation. I'll do my best to answer. So we move straight to the other exercise. It's very good, makes our mind very stable and makes us resistant to the outside world. And it's like we are way more in control while doing this exercise. It actually activates the third chakra called Manipura chakra. You are watching this video mirrored, but actually I'm doing is this is the right. This is right. So from right, I go like this, front, and from left, I go back like this. So right, front, left, back, and go right, front, left, back, opposite the counterclockwise, I mean, counterclockwise, from right to the left, from right to the left. And we close our eyes. This is not a breathing technique, but it's way easier when you breathe when you go front and when you go back to exhale. And we do this exercise for a few minutes. Actually, this might be an exercise that helps the sex life a lot. This is an exercise to feel mentally stable. It makes you control your desires easier. And actually, this is a very yogic thing, being able to preserve self control. Yogic realized that the third chakra is the energy center that is taking a big that responsibility in this thing, controlling desires, and actually being able to make the difference between something you need and something you just want without any need. Okay, last few circles, and we just sit still, observing. We'll just move the body a bit again. And one of the best exercises, it also affects the sex life, but it's totally not made for it. It's made for the upper stairs, the upper floor. I mean, sorry about my English. So we breathe in, and if you have heart problems, don't do this exercise, okay? You must be healthy. So breathe in, moving, bending forward, and breathe out while moving back. And at the end of the exhale, you touch the chin to the chest. Then again, inhale, bending forward, exhale, moving back, and at the end of the exhale, move your chin up. And actually, when the chin is to the chest and the chin is up, you hold without breath for a second. So here you hold a bit for a second, and then again breathe in, breathe out, and again here hold without breath for a second. So breathe in, breathe out, hold. Breathe in, breathe out, hold. Okay, the last round. And then we just sit and observe. This exercise have very calming effect. So we are moving to almost to the final exercise before the relaxation that is called yoga nidra. We do the meditation technique which is called Jyotir Svara, the breathing of light. So we make the Gyan Mudra, place our hands to on the knees, and of course, lotus position. It's not necessary. It's just easier for me when I sit still, and helps me for. I mean, for me, it's a bit more comfortable. But if you just sit on the floor, it's totally okay. So when we breathe in, we follow the breath, how it goes through the nostrils and went to the center of the forehead. We hold the breath for 1, 2, 3 seconds in the center of the forehead, and then we exhale back through the nostrils. And at the end of the exhale, we can still hold the breath for 1, 2, 3 seconds. I mean, without breath in the lungs. So breathe in gently, hold it in the forehead, and then exhale and hold it for a bit. We breathe quietly, slowly, gently. Don't worry if you cannot follow the breath right. If you are just trying, the exercise still works. And slowly but surely you will do it. And the last cycle. Once we stop, we just sit in the position and observe. And at the end of the practice, we lay down for a little relaxation. Just like that. And we lay on the floor. We place our palms up like this, and we just lay down for 4 or 5 minutes. Once we are ready, I'll tell you. And without opening our eyes, we move the fingers of the arms of the hands and feet. And then the head, right to left, left to right. And then stretch like we are waking up from this deep sleep. Cross the fingers behind the head and make a few flexions. A few twists. Then we grab the knees in a baby pose, embryo pose. And then we sit again. And at the end of the practice, we are finishing with the flight of the ego. The exercise turns again our senses to the outer world because till now they were focused inside. And after a few whips, we finish with the mantra, guide me. Guide me from darkness to light, from stupidity to wisdom, from death to immortality. In Sanskrit, it goes like Om Asatuma Sadgamaya Tamasuma Jyotir Gamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya. And 3 times we say Om and 3 times Shanti. Om. 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 Shanti. 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 Thank you so much. If you went to here, to the end of the practice, I know that now you feel purified, cleansed. It's totally different feeling, balanced. Probably you don't need to talk that much. And you are enjoying this state. Thanks a lot and see you in the next video. Bye bye.